Hi, this is Wayne Stats Guy Dargus with the player stats for the top 4 winners of the 2020 January Turning Stone 9-Ball Classic. First place, Shane Van Boening. Second place, Alex Kazakis. In third place, James Aranas. And in fourth place, Billy Thorpe. So let's look at Shane Van Boening. He played 8 matches in the tournament for a total of 108 games. He won 76 of those games for an average of 70%. Now he sank 597 balls and he made 47 errors. So his player average using AccuStats, balls made divided by balls made plus errors, is 927. Now this is really good. It's one of his highest. And his errors per game average is 0.44, which for him, it's pretty normal. So let's look at Shane's opponents. Note when he played Tom, Shane was below his tournament average. So kudos to Tom. And the same kudos goes for Paul and for Joe. Wow, really below average when he played Jeremy, who was leading the match, 7-2. Shane was above average for the last 3 players. I'll give you some time to absorb this information. Alex Kazakis. So Alex played 9 matches, one more match than Shane, and he played 102 games, and he won 69 of them for an average of 68%. He sank 505 balls, made 51 errors, so his player average was 908, and his errors per game, 0.5. So let's look at Alex's opponents. Now let's focus on those opponents when Alex was below his tournament performance average. Wow, 889 when he played Bill. Did really well against the next players, but then again, he played Shane Van Boening twice, and Shane gave him a hard time. Now, full disclosure, Sylvain Gingras, there was no performance average for that game, only because, I've only got 6 cameras, and I, didn't have a camera on that table, so I didn't do any stats. So really, Alex's stats is for 8 matches instead of 9, and sorry about that. Okay, James Aranas. This guy should get the Iron Man award. He played a whopping 12 matches. 145 games, 196 of them for an average of 66%. And he sank 735 balls, made 87 errors, and that's why his performance average was below 900 with 894. Still, pretty amazing. Now let's focus on those opponents when James was below his tournament performance average. First one was with Dave. No surprise, it was Jeremy who knocked him to the B-side. Tough match against Matt, as well as Sylvain. More to come. Good match against Bucky. And he met Jeremy again and sent him home packing. Another below average. And finally, it was Alex that won the match, and James got third place. Now, if you want to watch most of these matches, they're on AZB TV. And finally, Billy Thorpe. Billy played 10 matches and played 145 games. He had 96 wins for an average of 66%. He sank 735 balls, made 87 errors, and his player average was 894. So let's look at Billy's 10 opponents. Below average with Dominic. Did okay against the next two players. Now Jeremy, not only did he knock James to the B-side, and he came back to play Billy and knocked him to the B-side. Pretty amazing, back to back. It was a great hill match. Below average with Brandon. And when he played James, James won the match and Billy got fourth place. Now notice that when he played Dean, that there's no PA for that match, and that's because again 6 cameras didn't have a camera on the table. So really the stats here are for 9 of the 10 matches, and I'm sorry about that. So let's look at more stats. So here we have Shane, and if you look at his summary of errors, he made 47 errors. He missed 23 times, 8 fouls, 10 times he left an easy shot, he hooked himself 6 times, and he didn't make any positional errors. Now if you look at misses, his opponents missed 26 times, gave him 26 opportunities, and of the 26, he got 15 runouts for a percentage of 58. On the other hand, he missed 23 times, and his opponents ran him out 11 times for an average of 48. With regards to fouls, his opponents fouled 9 times and gave him 9 ball in hands, and he ran out 6 times for a really nice average of 67%. He fouled 8 times, they ran him out twice for a weak average of 25%. So let's look at the stats for Alex Kazakis. He made 51 errors, and it seems that 22 of them he left an easy shot. Seems to be his Achilles heel. Now his opponents, they missed 16 times. He ran them out 13 times, 13 missing runs for an average of 81%. And they fouled 14 times, and he ran them out 9 times for an average of 64. He had tough opponents because he fouled 10 times and he ran them out 6 times. Let's look at James. He had a whopping 87 errors, but don't forget he played 145 games, 33 misses, 23 fouls. He left an easy shot 25 times, hooked himself 5, and then 1 positional error. Now he made 26 missed runs for an average of 68, and his opponents got a 45% average. And with regards to foul runs, he got 14 of them for 70%. as opponents got 30%. And finally, Billy Thorpe. 76 errors, but again, he played 121 games. And I'll let you read the stats. His miss and run average was pretty good, 73. And his foul and run average was, well, so-so. So let's look at Shane's breaks. Notice he broke 73 times. He got 18 dry breaks. He fouled on break 4 times. And he had 29 wired breaks. What that is when he broke, if he sang his wired wing ball in the corner, or he sank his wired cut one in the side, or both, it was considered a wired break. And he fluked on break 22 times. Now, if you add the 29 and the 22, you're going to get 51, that's what his sank ball on break was. So no matter how you cut it, he broke 73 times, and 51 times he sank a ball. And he had shape on break 27 times for an average of 53%, which for him, this is not too bad. Now, of the 27 shape on breaks, he made 18 break-in runs for an average of 67. Now, this is pretty awesome. And another way to look at break-in runs, he broke 73 times. He got 18 break-in runs for an average of 25. And, that's his normal. Now, his opponents fouled on break once, and he ran them out for 100%. And he fouled on break 4 times, and they ran him out 3 times for 75%. Now, there are no illegal breaks at Turning Stone. And he got the golden break 4 times. 4 times he sank 9 ball on break. Now, Bob is balls on break. He sank a total of 74 balls, breaking 73 times. So let's look at Alex's breaks. He broke 62 times, 20 dry breaks, 2 foul-on breaks, and he sank his wired ball 31 times, and that's a pretty good number. And he got 9 fluke-on breaks. So, if you add up your wired breaks and your fluke-on breaks, 31 plus 9, he sank a ball on break 40 times. Of the 40 times he sank a ball on break, he got shape on break 25 times for an average of 63. And of the 25 sink ball on break, he got 17 break-in runs. Same average as Shane. No wonder he came in second. Now with break-in runs, 62 breaks and 17 break-in runs for an average of 27%. Now pretty normal. And there's the foul on break. No illegal breaks. He got 1 golden break, and he sank balls on break, 56 balls with 62 breaks. So let's look at James. He broke 91 times. Broke dry 15, foul on break 7, got his wired break 40 times, and fluke on break 29. So of 91 breaks, he sank a ball on break 69 times, and he got shape on break 38 for an average of 55. And of the 38 shape on breaks, he got 25 break-in runs. So the same kind of averages as Shane and Alex. And 91 breaks, 25 break-in runs for an average of 27%. There's his follow-on breaks. And no golden breaks. Sank 109 balls when breaking. Billy Thorpe. He broke 68 times. He got his wired break, 33. Fluke on break is pretty low. That's good. Of the 41 sank ball on break, he got 26 shape on break for an average of 63%. And of the shape on breaks, the 26, he got 12 break-in runs for 46%. So it's lower than the other three players. And there's his break-in runs. Foul on break. No illegal breaks. No golden breaks. Sank 63 balls when he broke 68 times. Okay, so we're going to look at Shane's dry break-in runs. He broke dry 18 times, and he got a hook 3 of those times, and he left 6 hard shots. But he left 9 easy shots, and his opponents ran him out 3 times for 33%. Now his opponents left him 6 left easy shots after breaking dry, and he ran him out 3 times for an average of 50%. And with regards to pushes, he made 10 pushes, and he didn't leave any easy shots. His opponents left him 1 easy shot, but he didn't run out. Now a planned push and run, what that is, a player pushes into, say, a hook, the opponent declines, and then the player runs out. Well, there was none of that stuff. And he sank 597 balls. He played 214 innings, so his average balls per inning is 2.79, and that's a bit above average for him. He played 709 strokes, so sinking 597 balls, his strokes per average is 0.84, and well, that's not too bad. So let's look at Alex's dry breaks and his pushes, etc. So he broke dry 20 times, and he left 7 easy shots, and there's the stats for the dry break-in runs. Now notice, under push, he got 2 push-in runs. And it came about this way. When he was playing Conrad Jasism, Conrad pushed into a hook. Alex made an amazing long jump, and then he ran out. And then in the finals, Shane Van Boening, he pushed into a hook. Alex, another long jump. He made it, and he ran out. So that's how he got 2 push-in runs. Now he got 1 planned push-in run. He pushed into a hook with James Aranas, and James declined to push, and Alex came back, made another amazing jump, and then he ran out. Now if you look at the average balls per inning, his was 2.94. Like, this is really good. I did his average last year, and this is way above average. And for strokes, average balls per stroke, the 8.5 is not too bad. James Aranas. Now he broke dry 15 times, and he left 9 easy shots. And believe it or not, he had really weak opponents because no one got any dry breaking runs on him. Pretty amazing. Now, under push, no push-in runs, but he made 1 planned push-in run, and that was against Matt Tetro. So James pushed into a really hard shot, Matt declined, and then James made a cross corner, and then he ran out. And average for average balls per inning, and average for average balls per stroke. And finally, we have Billy the Kid. So he broke dry 21 times. That's a lot. And he left 13 easy shots, and his opponents got 6 dry break-in runs. Now, with regards to pushes, there were no push-in runs, no planned push-in runs, and his average was pretty normal for balls, average balls per inning, and average balls per stroke. Nothing exciting here. So let's look at safeties and fouls. Now, Shane's opponents, they played 47 safes, and 15 times they left an easy shot and they fouled, so that's 16 opportunities, 15 plus 1, and Shane ran them out 15 times for an average of 94%. Like, wow. And he, in turn, he only left 2 easy shots and 1 foul, and they ran him out twice for 67%. Now, a planned safe and run is when a player plays safe and he wants a lethal safe. The safe is so lethal that the opponent will either foul or leave an easy shot, and then the player will come back to the table and run out. So, Shane played safe 57 times, and he got 17 planned safe and runs for an average of 30. And that's above average for him. Now, with regards to fouls, he missed an object ball. Didn't scratch, no rail, no deliberates. So, not too bad. Alex Kazakis. So his opponents played safe 46 times, and 10 times they left an easy shot, and fouled once for 11 opportunities, and he ran out every single time for 100%. Another big wow. And in turn, he left 10 easy shots, fouled once, and his opponents out of 11 times ran out 5 times for 45%. Now, he did get 6 PSARs, planned safe and runs. This is when he plays safe, it was lethal, opponents either fouled or left an easy shot, and he ran out. So, not too great an average for him, but, not bad. And as far as fouls, he made 1 deliberate foul. James Aranas. His opponents played 66 safes. They left 20 easy shots, and didn't foul, and he ran out 15 times for a SAR average of 75% safe and runs. And he in turn left 14 easy shots. They ran him out 10 times for 71. Now, he did get 11 planned safe and runs, and this is the first time I'm tracking him, and I think this is a pretty good average for him. And as far as fouls, he scratched in the corner pocket 3 times, scratched in the side pocket once, missed the object ball 3 times, 2 deliberate fouls, and he threw the cue ball off the table once. Lots of fouls here. Billy Thorpe. So he got 14 safe and runs for an average of 88%. Not too bad. He did manage to get 9 PSARs, planned safe and runs. Not too bad. He scratched in the corner pocket once, side pocket 3 times, missed the object ball twice, and he had no rail. And nothing too exciting here. So let's look at kicks and banks. Shane's opponents kicked 43 times. 20 times he left an easy shot. They fouled 4 times for a total of 24 opportunities. He ran out 18 times. He got 18 cars, an average of 75%. Not too bad. Now he did miss 2 cross sides and 4 cross corners, and he managed a fluke. Kazakis. So Alex got 11 cars, kick and runs, out of 12 opportunities for an average of 92%. Really darn good. And he missed a long cross corner, and he missed a wide cross corner. So nothing too exciting here. James Aranas. Now, like Shane, James had some weak opponents because they kicked 44 times and he got 25 opportunities. And so of the 25, he ran out 14 times for an average of 56%. Now, with regards to banking, he missed 2 cross sides, 2 cross corners. Billy Thorpe. Now his opponents kicked 25 times. They left him 12 opportunities, and he ran out 10 of those times, 83%. Really darn good compared to his opponents that had a 52% average. And as far as banking, he missed a short cross corner. So let's look at jumps. So there's not much jumping at Turning Stone, only because Mike doesn't allow short jump cues. So if anyone's making a jump, they're using their breaker cue, and it's kind of we call it the long jump shot. And so Shane, well, he jumped 8 times, and he made it 5 times, pretty darn good. Got 1 hook, left a hard shot, and he did leave 1 easy shot, but his opponents didn't run him out. Now, with regards to combos, he missed 3 combos. Kazakis. Now, here has got to be his superpower, because he jumped 9 times and he made them 9 times. It was really amazing, especially when he pushed into a hook. His opponent declines, he jumps, makes it, runs out. And his opponents, when they pushed twice into a hook, he jumped and he ran out. Now his opponents did jump 4 times. Left 1 easy shot and 1 foul, but he was unable to run out. With regards to combo, he missed 1. Okay, James Aranas and jumps. He only jumped once. There wasn't much jumping. And of the combos, he missed 3 times. But he sure made a lot of them. Billy Thorpe. So not much jumping here. He made 1 jump and he made it. And his opponents didn't jump very much. They did leave 1 easy shot. And he got a jump and run, 1 jar. So nothing too exciting. And with regards to combos, caroms, kisses, and masses, he did miss a masse. straight shot to the corner. Now, if the distance from the cue ball to the object to the pocket is less than 1 foot, it's a 1-footer. If the distance from the cue ball to the object to the pocket is between 1 and 2 feet, it's a 2-footer, a 3-footer, and so on. And if you look at the chart, he missed 1 4-footer, 2 5-footers, an 8-footer, and he missed a side shot. Now, what's interesting is that if you add up 1, 2, 3, up to 5-footers, for people like Shane, those kinds of shots, like, they're ducks. And it amazes me that when I add up all the balls made from thin cuts, razors, straight shots to the corner, kicks, and jumps, when you add up all those numbers and you compare it to the shots to the corner under 5 feet, you're going to find that they make these shots, the pros, 60% of the time, which is their superpower. It's really amazing. Alex Kazakis. So he missed 1 5-footer, 1 6-footer. Didn't miss any side shots. And you can see when you compare it to up above, it's very similar. The 4-foot shot is the sweet spot of the table, and he didn't miss any of those. So this is pretty normal for these pros. So let's look at James Aranas. So you can see it's very, very similar. Oh my gosh, he had a lot of 3-footers, 108. And he missed 2 5-footers. He missed a 7-footer. He missed 2 8-footers. And he missed a side shot. It was one of those hard over 4-foot side shots. And for James, this is a pretty good result for him. Okay, Billy the Kid. So he missed 3 3-footers, and that's really unusual. Pretty high for him. 1 4-footer, 1 5-footer, and he usually averages 2 misses on 8-footers in a tournament. And he did miss a side shot. So let's look at thin cuts to the corner and to the side. Now Shane, he missed 1 3-foot thin cut to the corner. He missed 2 4-footers, 1 7-footer, 2 8-footers. And these 8-foot thin cuts, I mean, they're really, really hard. And Shane, he doesn't miss hardly any of those. And to see 2 there, well, I found it a little surprising. Jason Shaw, Eagle Eye. I mean, this is his bread and butter. He just loves these 8-foot thin cuts. And wait till we get to the razor cuts. You're going to see, that Jason Shaw, even though his stats aren't here, he's really good at those shots. So let's look at Alex Kazakis. And you can see that he missed 1 4-footer, 1 5-footer, 1 6-footer. And very similar to Shane's stats. Almost identical in a way. James Aranas. And you can see that he missed 3 4-footers. That's usually pretty high for a pro. Missed 1 3-footer. He missed 2 5-footers and 3 6-footers. Again, that's kind of high for a pro, and missing 7-footers, 5 of them. Like, that's really not normal. But he did play one heck of a lot of games. So overall, I just found that these numbers were a little high for a pro, and he didn't miss any thin cuts, which was good. And now for Billy Thorpe. So he missed 1 3-footer, 1 4-footer, 1 5, 1 6, 3 7-footers. That's really not normal. And wow, 3 8-footers. Usually pros will do a lot better in this area. And he did miss one side thin cut. Razor cuts to the corner and to the side. Now, I've got a lot of pushback on why I'm adding an extra layer of stats when a thin cut is a thin cut is a thin cut. So why razor cuts? Well, when you see a razor cut, it's really quite amazing, quite fantastic. The player is hitting the point of the tangent on the object ball. And when you see the 90-degree, it's so obvious that, I just decided to have razor cuts. And of course, Shane, well, he missed 1-footer, and he missed a 3-footer. And overall, didn't make that many of them, but he didn't miss too many. So let's look at Alex. Now, he missed 2 5-foot razors, and he didn't attempt very many of them, so not too bad, kind of normal. So let's look at James Aranas, and he made a few razor cuts, missed 2 3-footers, 1-footer, 1 4-footer, and 2 5-footers, and he did miss a side shot. And now for Billy. So, kind of normal. He missed 1 3-foot, 1 4-foot, and he did miss a side shot. Overall, he did quite well. Thank you so much for watching, and on behalf of myself, Wayne Dargus, and Mike Howerton of AZ Billiards, may the stroke be with you.